Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Got another awesome Nubeo watch for you guys today, and here it is. So I've reviewed this watch a couple times on this channel in different colors. Of course, it's always nice to see something in a different execution, and this one is their Hazard Red, and this is their Skylab Automatic. Such a cool watch. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple close-ups here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around. We'll look at this watch under macro and really take a look at the fine details. Exceptional piece, available in several different color options, and right now, depending on when you guys watch this video, they're having an incredible sale. So, like we all know, there's always Black Friday sales, but it seems like companies over the years have started their sales earlier and earlier. So, get them while you can. These watches usually sell out, and once they're gone, they're gone. So, hence, just like the Ice Bridge watch I reviewed by Nubeo a couple weeks ago, that is gone. So, take advantage of the sale. Get them while you can. Let's take a look at this badass watch. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. So this is the Skylab once again. Very cool watch. I love when they come out with watches that just tell time in a new and innovative way. Let's just take a couple quick shots here, so a couple quick close-ups before we dive into the features on this here. And remember, when I do a watch review, you know, remember, I know a lot of watch reviewers out there would want you to believe that they're really doing something over the top and different and providing a level of expertise that's just unmatched. Realistically, anybody can do a watch review. There's nothing high-tech about it. You don't have to be an expert. What you have to have is common sense. And so when you pick up a watch and you're used to picking up watches, what does it feel like? What are the materials? What are the check boxes, as I like to call them? So let's get right into it. So obviously this watch is done in like what I'm going to call like an anodized red. I love the way stainless steel looks with a red coating. I started to get involved in getting red watches a couple years ago when my boy James Perez, one of my subscribers, and one of the guys I talked to quite a bit online, was kind enough to get me an Invicta Pro Diver in that anodized. And again, it's not anodized, usually anodized aluminum, but I call it like an anodized red. It's such a cool looking watch, and I absolutely, since then, just love red. Now, I know if you guys have been watching me for a while, I kind of repeat myself quite a bit because I also love pink and blue and black, and realistically, I love just a variety of watches. I do have several red watches in my collection. To be honest with you, they don't get worn a lot. You know, I am more of a gold and stainless steel guy. But I tell you, when I'm rocking, like, maybe I get a new red shirt, I love matching up with a red watch, right? And so, you know, sometimes I might wear some maroon jeans. You can definitely accessorize your watch to what you're wearing. Now, not everybody's like that, right? A lot of people are just going to wear just a basic stainless watch. And let's face it, stainless steel does go with everything, as does gold, as does black. So these are more fun, more I'd say artistic colors. This is kind of watch that, unless red was your absolute favorite color, you might not buy this color if you don't have a huge collection of watches, right? So generally, folks who buy a red watch generally probably have stainless steel ready. They probably have a black watch. They have a pretty nice variety. But again, that's not to say that across the board. Absolutely, if your favorite color is red, then this is going to be kind of a no-brainer for you. It is done on I think this is a rubber strap. Sometimes you'll see them mention FKM rubber. Sometimes you see silicone. Sometimes you see like polyurethane. You know, they're all pretty similar. At the end of the day, I don't know how well this is going to last. Now, I can't speak to me having any kind of problems with any of these watches, absolutely, other than a 40-year-old G-Shock that did completely disintegrate. So I just hope that that doesn't happen with all these amazing watches, because then, and I don't mean to plant the seed of doubt in anybody's mind, but then you're going to have a paperweight, right? Except this watch, you will be able to adapt to another type of strap. So there's a couple things to kind of think about when you're buying a watch like this. You know, I am the kind of guy that even though these watches I don't pay for, right? I do buy watches, don't get me wrong. A lot of the watches in my collection I did buy. But Nubeo and I, you know, they send me watches to add to my collection and, of course, to share with you folks. Naturally, this is a business. You know, every link that I put out here, there is a coupon code. There is an affiliate link. Obviously, if you find value in what I'm doing and what I'm presenting to you, of course, use my link. Take advantage of the coupon code. It's a win-win. You know, however, you know, if a watch like this fails for me 20 years down the road, I am going to be disappointed because I have a lot of watches from Nubeo on this type of material, right? Whether it's silicone, whether it's polyurethane, whether it's FKM rubber, whether it's isofrane, there is a question on the longevity. But the nice thing about a watch like this is that this is a standard lug width. So it is a little bit harder to find a 26 millimeter lug width, but you absolutely can, right? Anytime you're getting from like an 18 up to 26-ish, you're going to be able to find a whole slew of replacement straps, which is really nice because should this watch fail, or the strap fail, should you damage it in any way in these watches, you know, they are limited edition, so once they're gone, they're gone. If that happens and Nubeo's not around anymore, you'll still be able to enjoy this watch. And I think it's something really important that, you know, for Nubeo, I'd mentioned it many times. I hope that if I keep mentioning it, maybe they act on it. But for any of the watches they make that have a proprietary strap, I wish they would start to create adapter links, right? So you could include with each watch 2 adapter links that will allow somebody, you know, in the event that their strap fails down the road, 15, 20 years, that they can just put a standard lug width strap on it, nothing proprietary, right? Now, this is not one of those watches you have to worry about. And that's what I really like about this piece. You can find different straps. You might be able to find something. There's a lot of variation in smartwatches. You might be able to find like a red stainless bracelet that will look awesome on this. I've even gone as far as even thinking about taking one of the straps or the bracelets off one of the other Nubeo watches I have and putting it on this. I just don't know what it is about the red that I really like. And again, I'll be flat out honest with you, I have not even worn this yet, but it is just such a cool piece. I love that they did the red kind of exhibition window on the back, although they could have lightened up the tint on this. This is a little too dark. You can't even see the movement, where on most of their other Nubeo watches, they do have sort of a light blue tint, but you can still see the movement. This, they kind of, I would say, I don't want to call it a goof, but why bother putting exhibition window on there if you can't see through it? You can a little tiny bit, but again, I do like the red. I just wish it was a little bit lighter, right? Very cool finish on this. This is, let's go to the check boxes now, right? We have 316 stainless steel. We have a sapphire crystal. We have an automatic movement. That's it. These are the most important check boxes for quality, right? I mean, exceptional finish, exceptional plating, exceptional build quality, and you do get a Japanese automatic movement. It's probably a Miyota, although, again, I'm going to stop mentioning it, but they don't put the actual movement on the listing. I don't know why they don't. I wish they would just give me, like, authority to, like, alter their website. Or at least put up, like, they should at least put up a section on top of their website just states watch movements. You know, then they wouldn't have to alter every single page. We just say, hey, you know what? This is our Skylab collection. This has the NH35 or the Miyota. But generally, in my experience with their watches, they generally use NH series or Miyotas. You know, sometimes they use other movements too, but for the most part, that's what they're using in a lot of their watches. So you're most likely getting a good quality movement. This screw down crown, again, sapphire crystal, not a checkbox for me. I don't really care about sapphire crystal because, let's face it, all crystals are awfully scratch resistant. But if you are spending your hard-earned money, it might be something you want, right? 10 ATM to water resistance. Watch weight is 200 grams. I don't know if that's necessarily something worth mentioning, but maybe to some folks. Lug to lug, 54 millimeters. A nice 19 millimeter case thickness. You know, nothing too thick, but it does have a nice wrist presence. Again, stainless steel, case size, 48 millimeter. That is at the bezel. That's about it. Obviously, it's a red color, and they say 3D indexes with Japanese super lume. So what really makes this watch unique is the way that you tell time. So, of course, we unwind the crown. I'm just going to demonstrate here. As you set this, you rotate the watch, and you rotate. What's interesting is you rotate clockwise on the crown to spin the movement counterclockwise, which is kind of, I'm not sure if, you know, to be honest with you, I can't really, let me see if that's actually, maybe I don't even know that that's the way it works on all watches. Let me check out this beautiful Duxel review coming on this as well. No, so normally, that's really interesting. Normally you spin clockwise on the crown in order to rotate the movement clockwise. With this watch, you actually spin counterclockwise to rotate the movement clockwise. And so it's really cool. Now watch at the 12 o'clock position. As I rotate this, just kind of keep your eye on the 1. As we get to right over here to the 0, that is going to flip. And so you can see that turn to a 4. So how this works is as this is rotating, right now it's 4 p.m. So you're going to watch this at the lower portion. This is where you tell time between the 0 and, of course, the 60-minute mark. And as you get closer, we have 4:30. And then as we get closer to 5 o'clock, you see this we'll call it hand, right? I don't know if it's the right terminology. We'll flip the 5, and now you're looking at the 5 o'clock. So you're always watching the hand that's between this black section right here. So a very innovative way of telling time. Very cool, and it's just definitely a unique piece. I see more and more companies doing stuff like this, and I like that this is actually a really easy watch to tell time on. It has a really cool space theme. If you look at the face of the watch here, they have sort of what I'm going to call like this lattice work pattern. And that's basically kind of emulating something on the Skylab. I believe it's like a Skylab space station, or, well, let me read you what they say here. So it's their iteration from the Skylab collection. It's an automatic edition timepiece. It challenges the boundaries of horology, keeping the same elegant crafted hexagonal pattern on the dial. That's what I was trying to refer to as lattice work. But they don't tell you... They don't tell you like what that has to do with. So I believe that the Skylab is either a satellite or space station. I should just look that up, but I didn't. But nevertheless, it is something space themed. And that's what a lot of Nubeo watches are. They're either ocean themed or space themed. This one is a space themed watch. You can see we have sort of like that. I don't know. It looks to be like these would be solar panels on the back, right? From like some sort of space probe or space station. I'm not really sure, but you know, I think that sometimes the theme is rather loose, but I think when, you know, this one's a little bit better because this does kind of like, I don't know, this reminds me of something you might see. I don't know, it does have kind of a space kind of vibe to it. I guess maybe because it's so futuristic, but it's a pretty badass watch, and I absolutely love it. Now, I think I have this thing in a black, and I think I have it in maybe even like a purple. You know, to be honest with you, I don't even know what I own these days. I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyway, nevertheless, very cool watch. I think if you're the kind of guy who is interested in this watch, but you're not liking, of course, the red, there's a whole slew of other colors, and there's a new one that I missed. I'm going to have to request that. These are starting to sell out, of course. Let me just see what's available as of today when you check out this video. So, oh man, yeah, dude, I don't know. I swear, every time I order something, they always come out with another color that I'm just like, ah. All right, so again, this is a Hazard Red. You have the Rich Mocha, which is kind of like a deep purple, stainless steel, blue and orange. I'm not going to read all of these here, but I think my favorite on these, of course, you're safe if you go with the black on steel. You're pretty safe if you go with anything black or silver. However, the khaki is pretty incredible. I think that one is the best color combination. It's like kind of a khaki-ish, copperish gold and khaki strap. Very cool. I encourage you to click the link in the description and check that out. But very fun watch, really badass. And right now the price on this is $439, depending on which color you get. So if you were to go with the green and gold is sick too. Damn it. I don't know if they must have snuck these colors in here between my last order, but anyway, you'll see more of these on the channel. You know, you guys let me know in the comment section which one's your favorite color. They're all pretty badass, but man, a couple of these are really calling me. And like, if you would ask me, you know, hey, would you wear a green and gold watch? I'd probably be like, yeah, I don't know if that's my thing. But I have to tell you, I'm going to request this one today. I'm actually going to open this in a new tab because absolutely an incredible color. So what I was saying earlier, if you are, you know, definitely somebody who isn't into the red, you might want to put this on stainless steel. This is my only gripe a lot of times with watches. The strap is cool. You're really getting a lot of pop of color, right? But I'm more of a bracelet guy, and so I wish they made bracelet counterparts to these. But nevertheless, if it is something that concerns you, you can very easily get this in stainless steel and then find yourself and get yourself an Aragon shark mesh strap in stainless steel. It would look awesome. Very cool piece. It's something I may do down the road because I do have a stainless steel version. So let me just go ahead and slap this bad boy on the wrist here, and I'll show you a couple shots of me from a distance with this watch on the wrist like I always do. Check it out. I love the angles on it. It's just such a badass piece. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the close-up shots on the Skylab. If you are not into the red, check out my other two variations on this that I've put up. I think it's the purple and I think it's a silver black. Actually, the video, I'm going to go look and see what I actually own. Very cool watch. Absolutely love it. It looks awesome on my wrist. Like, you know, in all honesty, like most watches do. But again, 7-inch wrist, 5'8", 183 pounds today. You know, it just looks, it's got a great wrist presence. Now, a red watch definitely kind of like if you were to if you're trying to color coordinate, obviously a shirt like this, you can still rock it, right? A red watch, I think red is one of those colors that you can really rock with anything. You know, you can clash a red watch with whatever you're wearing. But yeah, you could definitely color coordinate this with like a cool red shirt, nice maroon shirt. But even with this loud Kiss shirt, like it still looks pretty badass. Arguably though, the purple would look better if you're trying to match, but just a badass piece. This is kind of like what excites me about collecting watches, is that, you know, my goal today, you know, on my days off, I'm generally finishing videos, I'm editing, I'm constantly moving, I'm working out, but I kind of like watches like this spark me to want to go and pull out the other colors and kind of like reacquaint myself with them. And that's a lot of the fun when it comes to collecting watches. You know, for me, I always forget what I have. And again, I have like over 450 watches, so it's easier for me to forget about what I have. But I don't know, it brings me a lot of joy and excitement to go back, take a look. And I'll tell you right now, I'll be honest with you, after this video, I'm going to take this watch off, I'm going to find the silver version, and I'm going to throw it on like a nice shark mesh strap and see what it looks like. And I'll probably place an order for another Aragon strap or some kind of strap, maybe a 5-link to go on this. I think Nubeo is definitely losing out on potential sales by not at least having, you know, some of their watches have proprietary straps, right? So you just can't like just throw on any strap. But watches like this, Nubeo should definitely have a couple shark mesh straps, some basic stuff. They own RGMT as well. They could very easily rebrand a couple of the shark mesh straps they have with RGMT, a couple simple 3-link or 5-link bracelets, you know, 24, 26 millimeter, and have them available for folks who want to throw a nice shark mesh strap on one of their silver versions. So come on, Nubeo, get with the program. So hopefully they do something like that. I think it's a real winner. Guys who buy a watch in a standard color, of course, I know maybe they won't be able to make them in every single color, but silver's a no-brainer. You already got them under RGMT. You already have them ready to go. Why not just go ahead and slap some, you know, make a couple blanks, you know? It would be cooler to have it say Nubeo, but very easy to have a couple clasp engraved Nubeo and then, you know, be able to offer them for, you know, 40, 50 bucks to folks who are buying these watches and want to be able to change it up with a nice bracelet, right? So anyway, just my 2 cents. But overall, an awesome watch, and definitely, I don't know, I always repeat myself with this, but I think it's a really cool execution by Nubeo, and I think if you are a watch collector, it's definitely one for your collection. So let me know what you think. Drop a comment. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a fantastic day, and take care.